The first and most impossible question to answer when it comes to Tony, a biopic on beloved celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain, is whether Bourdain himself would approve. One suspects probably not, but it's a bit more complicated than that. Across books and numerous food-based travel shows, Bourdain won a cult-like following for successfully walking a tightrope between hubris and self-deprecation. Bourdain's public-facing work revealed a man who was willing to stare into the darkness within to better understand the human condition, so he could then share it with the rest of us. At times struggling with illicit drugs, the chef's greatest addiction was a desire to savour every morsel life had to offer, which is why his death by suicide in 2018 at age 61 hit fans so hard. It's reasonable to think Bourdain would reject the idea of a movie that sought to romanticise his formative years and condense an entire life into just one summer. Even the idea he's worthy of a biopic would probably have left a bad taste in his mouth. That said, Bourdain always had immense respect for those who achieved at the highest level or worked tirelessly at perfecting their craft, and it's easy to see him approving of Dominic Sessa's performance in the eponymous role. Sessa, who had his breakout in The Holdovers, does a fine job of capturing the bratty swagger of Bourdain's earlier years, while also giving it an undercurrent of insecurity. This movie focuses, as I said, on just one summer, when Tony, then an aspiring author, failed to win a writing fellowship and spent the break from college chasing a girl, Nancy, played by Coda star Emilia Jones, to Cape Cod. When his romantic intentions are initially dashed by the presence of another suitor, Tony finds himself working as a dish pig at a local fish and chips joint run by an enigmatic Spanish chef played by Antonio Banderas, who once worked in Michelin-starred restaurants. FYI, this is a fictional character meant to represent multiple chefs who inspired Bourdain's early years in hospo. Director Matt Johnson, who previously gave us Blackberry, does a commendable job with these basic ingredients, although at times adds more cheese than the recipe required. Banderas' chef is a little too similar to Mr. Miyagi for my tastes, and elsewhere the film preferences style when a dash more substance wouldn't hurt. But Sessa brings a fake-it-till-you-make-it punk rock aesthetic that feels genuinely true to Bourdain's spirit. Tony gets 3.5 stars.